Of you. Right? And in the first video, I have covered about the 8085 architecture, the pin diagram. In this video, we'll be covering the timing diagram of 8085. Right? So in the timing diagram, we have the instructions like what is the definition, what is the machine cycles, what is the timing diagram for STA, in, out, move, MDI. These are the various commands. And INR, M, add M, all the things will be there. Okay. What is this timing diagram? Why a timing diagram required here? Timing diagram is a graphical representation. What does it represent? It represents the execution time taken by each instruction in a graphical format. For a single instruction, what is the time exactly taken for the execution in a graphical format? We will show that is called this timing diagram. The execution time is represented by the T state. Okay. The instruction cycle. What is the instruction cycle? The time required to execute an instruction we call that the instruction cycle. For a execution of a single instruction, what is the time required? That is called the instruction cycle. What is the machine cycle? The time required to access the memory or IO devices. This is called the machine cycle. Okay. Two things are there. One is the instruction cycle for executing the instruction and for accessing the memory and input output. That is called the machine cycle. What is the T state? The machine cycle and instruction cycle takes multiple clock period. Okay. And a portion of that operation is carried out in one system clock. That is called the T state, right? Now let us see. We know time is reciprocal of frequency. T is equal to 1 by F. So F is the internal clock frequency. F is the internal clock frequency. If you see the diagram here, the positive edge here, which is rising edge, we call it as the positive edge. It is rising from 0 to 1. And the falling edge, it is from 1 to 0. Okay. So actually, instead of exactly vertical, so that is some delay between that one. That is the reason instead of exactly vertical, upward and downward, it is little slanted edges. You can see it here. Okay. This is rising edge and this is the falling edge, right? And from this point to this point, it is one T state. Okay. Now, what are the instruction and what are the operations and how much T state it takes? That we are going to study in 8085. Now, in the machine cycle, what is machine cycle? In the machine cycle, I have given machine cycle the time required to access either memory or IO devices. Okay. So, the 8085 microprocessor has seven basic machine cycles. What are they? One is the fetch up opcode. So it takes 4 to T state. What is the T? We are taking T state. Okay. Fetching the opcode. This cycle takes 4 to 6 T time. What I am telling you that state, T state, right? Then memory read, it is 3 T state. Memory write also 3 T state. T state. And IO operation read 3 and IO write also 3. Then interrupt acknowledgement IRA, it takes 6T or 12T. Then some boss idle cycle will be there. So how many are there? There are seven basic cycles are there in 8085. The opcode fetch, you have to fetch the code. Okay. Then the memory read, memory write, read, IO write, interrupt acknowledgement, and boss idle. So in each execution, these are the things will be there definitely, right? Then what is the status? How do we find what is the opcode? Because we have seen the different pins, the pin IO ember S1 and S0. They will indicate the states. For example, so if it is IO ember, if it is 0, that means it is this machine bar, it is 0, that means it is going for a memory operations, definitely. Then where it will fetch this opcode from memory, and when S1 is 0, so it is 4. Number of cycles, it is 4. Okay, I have given 4 to something, if you remember. Then here RT bar is equal to 0 because it is a reading, of course. Then memory read also, it is initially it was 0 1 1. This is 0 1 0. The memory read, it is three number of machine cycle it takes, and it is RD bar, it involves it is a read operations. Memory write, memory write, you see, all are memory operations, so this is 0, 0, 0. When all are IO operations, it will be 1, 1, 1. That means IO embed this pin. When 0 is there, definitely it is a memory operation. When 1, it is a IO operation. So this is memory. If it is this is 1, then memory write. So if it is plus 1, 0, 1, 0, this is memory read, and this is upward page, right? This is also read operation. Similarly, IO read, by default, this will be 1. So this 1, 0, 1, this is the IO write, and the 1, 1, 0, IO read, and this is the interrupt acknowledgement. Now I think you can clearly understand 0, 0, 1 to 1, 1, 1. All these operations 0, 0, 0 is nothing is allocated, so it is free. Now, in this way, we can, by putting all these signals there, we can understand from the status, we can understand it is opcode page or memory read, memory write, IO read, or IO write. Is clear? Now, let us see the opcode page. As I told you, it takes from 42 to 60. Okay. So, 4 means it is starting here. You can understand this is T1. Yeah, is here. T1, T2, T3, T4. It is taking 4. So, the T state, it is taking 4 states, and opcode phase means where you fetch the data, it will fetch the data from memory. So this will be there from this address. So it is A8 to A15. A8 to A15. So this will, and this A8 to A15, how many memory it takes? In a state, it takes three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is memory, you know, all things. So then AD7 to AD0. This is the what is the it is data D0 to D7, it will be data bus. So here one will be the opcode, and there will be the lower order memory address. So memory address A0 to A7 lower, and A8 to A15 higher order memory address. I already told you. So if it is accessing the higher order memory address, then A8 to A15. So by default, just at the starting here, when it is here just down, here it will start the higher order memory address, and this one is unspecified. It is we don't know what is happening. Then AD0 to AD7. So this is the opcode again. So this the data will be there. Opcode means the program part will be there. So here, when I read the data and I read the things, it will be D0 to D7. Check it here. This is the opcode. And now address class enable at the initial T state, it will be high. Here it is 1, and then it drops and it becomes 0 throughout the cycle. Get it now? Similarly, the IO ember S0 and S1. So as I told you that whether it is a memory operation, it is IO operation, and what is the value of this status S0, S1, it is a read write, all things you can check it there. Okay. So here, the same thing here, what you have seen here, here initially it is like this, and afterwards it goes exactly like this. IO ember, it is 0. IO, when ember 0, you can see here this part is there, and when it is 1, as well as the upper part will be there. And these are all the upward in the reader persons. In the reader persons, you see when RD bar is 0, then a reader person should be there. That remember, this one RD bar is equal to 0, then RD bar here it is 0. That means this point to this point, there will be memory read and reading the opcode here, because we are going for the fetching of this opcode. So it will be there, and it is already latched. I told you that it is AD0 to AD7, it is latched. When it latched, we can use for address also, right? So this is the time diagram for the opcode fetch, first one. Then we are going for the memory read. Memory read, how many time state it takes? It takes three time states. So I have written T1, T2, T3. So same clock, you put it there. First one is the clock. Then A8 to A15, it will be same. Then AD0 to AD7. This is the lower order. It is the same. And address slash enable, it is, as I told you, always it is initially it will be high, and afterwards it will be 0. It is 1 and 0. Then IO, it is also same thing. Okay. Here, while you are going for read, when RD bar is equal to 0, that means at this point to this point, data will be there D0 to D7. So this is the things. Only we go for this memory read cycle 3T. Then different states are there. The same explanation is there. Nothing to worry here. Then we are going for this memory write cycle. Memory write cycle also I have 3 time state. It takes T1, T2, T3. The clock you can see it is same. A8 to A15 higher order address. It is also same. And forget about this one that I am going to explain. And address latch enable for all the cases, it will be initially high and afterwards it will be 0. And IO it is set. Okay. And while you are coming right, when WR bar is equal to 0, that at this webinar, it is writing the data. So writing the data means it has to use the data bus, all things. So D0 to D7, it is using for because it is 8-bit data bus, right? So, and this is the lower order address, A0 to A7 and A8 to A15 higher order. Okay. This is the memory write cycle 30. Then we are going for the IO read. This is also 3 times that it takes. So 1 to 3 can take it here clock and A8 to A15 same. Then AD0 to AD7 it is also same. ALE it is same. Here also same. Here only because when it is a read operation, IO read operation. So when RD bar is equal to 0, that means at this state it will be pointing to the data. It will be reading the IO read, right? Similarly, IO write, so when everything will be there, this is same, this is same, this is same. Address latch enable also same. When WR bar is equal to 0, that means this point to this point, it will be writing the data. IO write, okay. Remaining all same. Now, from the diagram, say, suppose we go for something like that. I want to move this 43. This is the data. I want to move to the register B. Okay. So what is the hexadecimal data? It is there 43. So this I want to move to B. Okay. So then now what is the you will see the mnemonics for these things MBIB 43. It's same thing I'm writing it here. So if you check it here, uh, the output it is there, it is 06H. It is not given here, but it is there by 06H. Okay. Now, what you do in the 2000, the address location here, this is the operation it has to go. Then what it will do? These 43 hexadecimal, what is the data is there? This data is available here, that data. This is to move to the B register. Okay. So then these are things we are going to do it here. Now let us see. Now the timing diagram for these things, fetching the opcode 06H. What is the opcode you are going to fetch? 06H. This is the opcode. Okay. So this 06 from which memory location? It is there in the memory location 2000 hexadecimal number system of machine cycles. Okay. So this 2000 it is the opcode and this is the operand. Okay. Try to understand. 2000 is the opcode and this 43 this is the operand or the data. Right. So now two things I want to get. I want to get the opcode and I also get the, I want, say in simple, I want to the code, the instruction, I also want the data, right? So in 2000 memory locations, I get the opcode 06H and in 2001 address memory locations, I get the 43H because this is the data I wanted there, right? Then how do you write that one? See, there are two things are there. First is when you go for memory read or write, for memory fetch is required. So memory fetch it is for T state. Memory so opcode fetch it is for T state and the memory read or write is 3 states. So same thing it is continuing. And here if you see A to this point, this part it is okay and this is unspecified and this part is the same thing what is repeated here. Now, AD0 to this part also check it. It is same when I am going for the read operation. When the read operation is 0, is the address latch enable initially it will be high and the second part it will be low. Same thing will be repeated here while we are going for the memory read operations, right? So similarly, while we are going for IO slash MBAR, so this is the status S0 and S1, right? So when MBAR is equal to 0, it is memory operation. Otherwise, it will be IO operations, right? So to this 4 it is same. And here, to see what is started here initially, same thing is repeated here and it is continuing up to this, right? So this is the things we have taken. Then suppose I am going for STA instructions, STA 5 to 6. Two things are there. First of all, with the opcode, say suppose it is 32H is the opcode, and input I am going to put the 6AH is the data I put it there. This is the lower and upper is the 52H. Okay, these three things I wanted there. Then it requires for the opcode page, it takes, as you know, it is 4 times state it takes, memory read 3 times state, and memory read also, read and write both it takes 3 times state, and memory write also it takes 3 times state. Okay, so these are the things we know. Now, in this instruction, what is A is given 5 to 6 AH. So this is the uh, memory location, it hexadecimal number, hexadecimal system it is given. So now what I do it here, first I'll go for the opcode page. For the opcode page, what will fetch here? 32H, the opcode page it will be there. And 4200, it will be 6AH. This one is the lower one. And next is the 52H. So now you understand three things required here. So use here, first is the opcode page, second one memory read, again memory read and memory read. These three is required here and opcode page is one. So opcode page you know, memory read you know, memory read again you know, something repeated, memory write also you know. Then everything will be repeated like this. So what I'm telling you that uh, this you can understand what you have done for the subcode fetch up to this, same thing you do up to this. And what you have done for memory read, same thing twice repeated here, two times memory read also the same thing with that, right? So then the higher byte you can A to 815 and lower byte it is there. If you are going for read operations, you can see when RD bar is equal to 0, then you are going for the read operations. Similarly, when WR bar is equal to 0, here you see this is the right operation it is going because it is first fetching the code. What is the upward fetch? Second one reading the memory two times, and the final it is writing the things. Now you can clearly understand the same instruction how you are writing the timing diagram. Okay, so that you can take some different timing diagram for the different things and different instructions I have given how to write the time diagrams you can understand from this. Thank you for watching these things. And if you have any queries and other things, you do write to me or send a mail or message to me, or you can refer this video also for other details. Thank you.